Oh, yeah, here we go again. Hello and welcome into Ray on Sports. I am your host, Johnny Ray. In this podcast, we talk all things sports from my own opinion. You may agree or you may disagree, but all I do is ask that you listen. So come on in, buckle up, and let's take this ride. All right, here we go again. Once again, we are back in the building for Ray on Sports. I am Johnny Ray, your host of Ray on Sports, and we are back in the building with Big Mike.
What's up? What's up,
Big
y'all?
Mike is in the building.
In the building, baby. You know how we do. Yeah, I like that. Give it up, give it up, give it up.
Yeah, so this week we got something to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit, some NBA.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
NBA going on right now in the building.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to talk about the finals. We're not going to talk too long, but we're going to talk a little bit right now.
There it is.
The
Isn't it
NBA
crazy how music reminds you where you are, what you need to be looking at? When I hear that song, I'm just like, it's time for basketball.
There we go.
I love it.
The NBA finals are here.
There it is.
And in the finals, we have the Boston, the hated.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry, I'm a Laker fan, so we got to call them the hated Boston Celtics
Yes.
against the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, come on.
Now, the Boston Celtics,
Mm-hmm.
their path to the finals, people said it's been an easy path.
Oh, yeah, they was whooping people's butt,
Man.
spanking them.
But they said they had an easier path because all the stars that they faced got injured.
That's true. I think if Giannis was healthy and Jimmy Butler, I think they would have had something to say about the Eastern Conference, in terms of who was going to the finals.
Yeah, true.
But that's the way the cookie crumbles.
And you got to play what's in front of you.
You got to play with who's in front of you. You got to deal with the cards you've been dealt with.
Yeah, so they made it to the finals.
Yeah.
And now they for years, and quote me tell me if I'm wrong, people. Or Big Mike, tell me if I'm wrong. They said the West has always been the toughest conference.
No, that hasn't always been true. At one point, when LeBron, Michael Jordan, when all them dudes was in the East, the East was tough.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. J, the old Boston Celtics with Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson. Those dudes was tough. Cornbread Maxwell. I hated that dude, man.
Cornbread.
Oh, come on, man. And so, you had formidable teams in the East. And we talk about Philadelphia, Boston, of course. You had then Chicago, and then we can't forget about Detroit, the Bad Boys. So the East was tough with Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer, Rodman, John Sally in his heyday. Those were good. Joe Dumars. Those dudes were tough.
Right.
And so the East wasn't always weak. I think it shifts every 5 to 10, 15 years, in terms of the balance of power. You got, so right now it's in the West. Everybody wanted to go to the West pretty soon. People start migrating back to the East.
Right.
And the East will become, the tougher conference. It just goes in waves.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think why they say that, because the Mavs had the Clippers in the first round, which everybody, I kind of knew where the Clippers going to go. But
man.
Every year the Clippers, this is our year.
Nah.
This is our. You know what? The Clippers are like the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA. Every year is their year.
You just made somebody mad.
Every year is their year. This is our year.
Goodness. You just made you know what? That just reminded me. I know who you have to have on your show now.
Who's that?
Sister South.
Really?
Ricky.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
The
She is comedy.
The biggest cowboy.
Oh, my goodness. When you said that, I just saw her sitting across from me in my mind.
You know what? And I seen that because when they win, she's all on board. When they
Oh,
lose,
yeah.
she's still it wasn't.
Yeah, she gonna talk.
Ooh.
And you know what's crazy is she knows football.
Yeah, she does.
She knows what she's talking about.
Does.
I love
Yes,
it.
she does.
I love it.
She
I
does.
love it. I love it.
So they had the Clippers, and they went to the Clippers, beat them 4 games to 2.
You know, I don't know what's wrong with them Clippers.
I don't either.
I'm from San Diego. The Clippers are originally from San Diego.
Right.
If you didn't know, let me educate you.
Do your history.
The Clippers are from San Diego,
The
right?
San
Because
Diego Clippers.
right, the San Diego Clipper. The Clipper was I think was a plane in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
You know, San Diego's a military city.
Right.
So they named the basketball team the San Diego Clippers. They used to play at the San Diego Sports Arena.
Mm-hmm.
And then they moved to L.A. And so they became the Los Angeles Clippers. And we're always sharing a stadium with the Los Angeles Lakers. And
Right.
so, you know, the Clippers, I don't know.
I don't know what it is about them. I don't know if they have a curse,
Yeah.
but it seems like every year
They're-
they're right there.
Their best team was with Chris Paul. They should have given them a little bit more time.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan,
Yeah.
that group,
Yeah.
you know.
That was a good group.
What's his name?
Wasn't Dr. Coates there?
Doc, what was Dr. Coach? I think he was.
Doc was the coach there because he left there and went to Boston.
But they had, what's his name from Oklahoma? He was the number 1 pick.
Who's that?
He used to jump out the gym.
Oh, Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin. Okay,
Blake
so they
Griffin.
had Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan.
And Chris
They had
Paul.
Chris Paul. They had some other role players,
Mm-hmm.
and man, they was.
They was balling.
I remember this one dunk that DeAndre Jordan did
yeah.
on the homeboy from Detroit. They call that the best dunk ever. I agree.
Man, if you ain't seen that, look it up on YouTube. The
Wee,
DeAndre Jordan
Lord,
dunk.
I would not have wanted to be.
Man.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm fouling somebody, tackling him out the air. You ain't gonna just dunk on me like that.
Man.
He dunked on him. Man, that was crazy.
So I'll tell you the story about the Clippers.
Okay.
When they were in L.A.
Okay.
I remember going to a Clipper game when they were playing at the L.A. Sports Arena.
Yep.
And here's the funny part. The Clippers were so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Clipper fans don't get mad at me, but it's true.
Don't get mad.
I started in the nosebleed seats. By halftime, I was
So you was courtside.
courtside. That's how empty it was.
No security, no nothing.
Nothing,
You
man.
just-
Come on down, man. Because we on TV. Somebody got to see us.
You probably could have suited up.
That's how bad the Clippers were. I'll never forget
my
that game.
goodness.
I caught the bus
my
down there. I
goodness.
was living in L.A.
Oh my
I lived
goodness.
in Inglewood.
Uh-huh.
I caught the 40 bus, and if you don't know, if you're from L.A., you'll know about the 40. The 40 bus would take you from Inglewood to downtown L.A.
There
One
it is.
bus.
There it is.
It's like an Uber.
Oh my goodness. Get on board.
So I took the bus down there and went to the Clipper game, and I forgot who I went with, but we got there. And we was in the nosebleed seats, and we looked around and it was like, this place is empty. And we just kept walking, and every quarter we would walk down. Every time we walked down a little bit more, walk down a little bit more, walk down a little bit more. Before we know it, we was on the floor. Before we know it, coach was like, get in the game.
No security or nothing.
Ray, get in the game.
Nobody's checking your tickets or nothing. Just come on down. All you needed was Bob Barker.
Man.
Come on down. The price is right. 0. Lord have mercy.
So, yeah, that was that.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. So then the Mavs had the Thunder, who everybody picked the Thunder to make it, but I didn't pick them.
Right.
I think we had Quilly on here who said he didn't pick them because they was too young.
They too young.
They too young.
They made a good run though.
They did.
Yeah, they did good for their age. You know where they're at right now.
And then we had the one that everybody picked. The Minnesota.
I did too.
Minneapolis.
I did
Prince Timberwolves.
I did too because they did Denver so wrong.
Right.
You know, taking those first 2 games
Mm-hmm.
and then came back on them
Right.
in game 7.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just thought, you know, I was drinking the Kool-Aid. I thought they were just gonna come in and do away with Dallas. But
I don't know.
Kyrie Irving showed up.
Yeah.
And the thing that's scary right now about Kyrie Irving in a good way is that not only is he healthy physically, he is healthy mentally.
Right. That's the big thing.
And his skill set is unsurpassed. What I mean by that is there is nobody that can handle Kyrie one-on-one.
Right.
And so when Anthony Edwards made some comments about having a guard Kyrie, Kyrie didn't say nothing.
Nope.
You didn't hear nothing from Kyrie. You didn't hear no noise. You didn't hear no trash talk. But when they got on that court,
oh man, he showed them whose court that was.
Ooh.
He showed them a court that was.
Ooh. Kyrie was.
And they say that, and I've heard a couple of sports shows say it. They said that Kyrie's like you said, Kyrie's in a different mindset.
He's in a different mindset. And that's scary. That ought to be scary for Boston because he's looking to go back to Boston.
Right. And put it in their face.
He is ready to endure Boston.
Wow.
And so whenever you have somebody that really is, their mindset is he's stable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever he was going through then while he was in Boston, people didn't understand. And he's a human being, and he has the right to experience some level of trauma in his life. And so whatever he was going through, people didn't understand it. They still expected him to show up and just be Kyrie. But now he has healed from that, obviously, and he is at a place where Boston really ought to be concerned, because if he show up with Luka, first of all, you can't guard Luka.
No.
You know what kills me about Luka? I'm not gonna lie, Luka. If you listen to this is what kills me about you. You remind me of Larry Bird, and I can't stand Larry Bird because Larry Bird used to look like he was moving in slow motion.
And
couldn't jump, couldn't
nothing.
But he would hit a bucket on you.
Yep.
A few of them.
Yep.
He would talk to you while he's doing it.
Right.
I'm finna go left. I'm getting ready to spin right. I'm gonna drop this 3 on you, and you can't do nothing about it.
Nothing.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Now, if somebody tells you that, they got you right there.
They got you.
Because you ain't nothing
That's
you can
how
do about
good
it.
Bird was.
Ain't nothing you can do about that.
Now, Luka, I don't know if Luka does talking like that, but the thing about Luka is he keeps smiling at you.
Yep. Oh, he talked trash.
Oh, man, let me tell you something about
Rudy
Luka.
Gobert. He talked trash to him.
Man. He got them dudes out there looking bad, and he looked like he moving 2 miles an hour.
Yep. And that fadeaway.
Oh,
man. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Luka is just. Let me tell you right now. If Dallas wins the NBA championship, you ain't gonna be able to deal with Luka, especially if he stays in shape, right? Because he has a tendency to just go off and eat a whole bunch of burgers, and he come back about 20 pounds overweight.
But see, that's the thing about Luka, where he came from, from overseas,
right?
And over there they play hard,
right?
They don't play that college stuff over there,
right?
So he came from something like that. So this is nothing new to him.
This is nothing new, and he's been playing for a while since he's been a teenager,
right?
So Luka's calmness and the ability to remain under control, and then they hit a bucket in your face at crunch time
in your face
is critical for Boston. So, Dallas is coming in, and they got some role players. They got a couple dudes that can jump through the roof.
Yes, they do.
And they will get it done. They got some dogs out there.
Oh yeah.
And so Dallas is they're not looking too bad. Now for Boston, Jason Tatum got to show up all 7 games.
Right.
He got to show up.
Right.
He got to show up.
Right.
Jaylen Brown is so intelligent. He got to show up too, though. This is basketball. You just got to play ball. The person they gonna need, and they talking about him getting better in front of the finals. So the first game is Thursday, I believe Thursday the 7th.
It's June 6th.
June 6th, okay. June 6th. So that's the first game. So the first game, they're saying the time up until the first game, Kristaps Porzingis has an opportunity to play, which I think he should. I think he should play.
I agree.
But here's the thing. If he can't be productive, I wouldn't have his butt out there.
No.
Nah.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
Because he could be a liability because them dudes over there on Dallas's team jumping through the roof.
Right. Now the matchup I'm more curious about is who's going to take. So you got Drew Holiday and Derek White at point against Kyrie and Luka.
Right.
Now are they going to switch Jaylin or Jason on one of those?
Somebody going to have to take Luka. Somebody tall.
It can't be Drew.
No. But you know what? Drew's a good defender.
Yeah, he is.
He's a great defender.
I think Drew's going to take Kyrie.
He might have to.
I think he wants to.
And here's the thing. Drew can play some defense.
Yeah.
He can play some defense. But here's the thing. If Kyrie gets in his bag,
it's over.
You're going to have to stop Kyrie for 48 minutes.
Wow.
You cannot afford to take no breaks because you turn around, Kyrie didn't hit 30 on you.
Right.
And it's in the third quarter.
And you in Boston.
God. That's the thing. You can't take no breaks. Even if you up by 20 and it's 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, you can't take no breaks with Dallas because they have the players to make a comeback. And they've shown that throughout the Western Conference, playoff series that they have the ability to do that. They can do that.
Now the matchups, the duo. So Kyrie and Luka is averaging 51.6 points per game, 14 assists, and 13.5 rebounds through the first 3 rounds.
Ridiculous.
Jason Tatum. Now Tatum and Brown, it's about the same. 51 points per game, 16.5 rebounds, 8.5 assists.
Big two.
Yeah. But here's the thing, Jason, Mr. Tatum. You're going to have to show up.
Yes, sir. He can't take no time off.
Because who got the MVP in the Eastern Conference Finals? Jaylen Brown.
See? And Jaylen Brown can play. But
they're going to need some help. Because, Jason, you got to play. You can't take a day off. Man, you cannot. I hate the Celtics.
Can't stand them.
I really do.
And if they win, they will be one up on the Lakers.
Yep.
So
and I'm really not going to
Rob Pelinka, you need to hire Ray and Big Mike. Let us come in and clean the house for you, big dog. And we'll put your team together that's going to get you to the finals.
Because you need it.
Because you need it. You need some help.
First game of the finals is going to be June 6, 5:30 on ABC.
Oh, man.
On ABC networks, if you want to catch the finals.
Man.
But, oh, my God. See, them dang on Celtics. I want to root for Luka and Kyrie, but I also want to root for Jason because I've seen his story and
Yeah, Jason's a baller.
He's a baller. And his personal life is he take care of his kid. He take care of his son.
Right. He's a great father to his child.
Great father figure.
Yes.
So I want to see him, but oh my God, I don't want to see him win.
Okay, so here's the thing is, and this is why Dallas has a legitimate shot. Dallas has a legitimate shot because if you try to shut down Luka, what I mean by that is if you try to double team him, there's only 5 players on the court at one time for any team, right? So if you take 2 of those players and put them on one person, then that leaves the other 3 to guard 4 people.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You cannot guard Kyrie one-on-one for 48 minutes.
Nope, cannot.
So you're going to have to foul him purposely. See, this might get real physical. Anytime he goes to the basket, they might purposely try to knock him down because they're trying to send a message. That's how basketball is. When somebody goes to the basket, in order to let them know that they can't come in here, you need a driver's license to come down the lane. They will knock you. That happened to me. But I told her, I don't care. You're supposed to do that.
Right.
But if I get by you,
it's over.
That's your butt, Mr. Postman.
It's over.
Oh, man.
It's over.
You a big man. You supposed to block shots and knock people down that's smaller than you that come in the lane.
Right.
But if you cannot, and Kyrie has shown time and time again that he has the ability to get to the rim.
Right.
That's going to be dangerous. And if his jumper is falling, oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. So Kyrie came off of, he won a championship with LeBron. Then he went over to Brooklyn. Played with Kevin Durant, James Harden.
To me, that was a disaster before it even started.
You know why? Because you had 3 dominant players.
Not only 3 dominant players, but they didn't know how to work together as a team.
No,
they didn't have a leader.
No.
Nope. Kevin Durant is good, but he's not no leader like that.
Right.
Kyrie wasn't no leader.
No, he wasn't.
And then James Harden at that time was not a leader.
Mm-hmm.
I think James Harden now is a better leader than he was when he was in Brooklyn.
Okay, with the Clippers.
Mm-hmm. But he wasn't no leader in Brooklyn, so there wasn't enough basketballs to go around in Brooklyn.
Right.
You had the talent, but you didn't have any leaders.
Right.
So you got what you got.
So he comes to Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
First thing Luka tells him is play your game.
Right. And he had to get his mind right.
And see that right, but that's confidence, right? The confidence in your player. I know who's coming in. And Luka probably said, "Look, man, this is what we gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my thing." Because you could see it in the series. Luka go off, and then he said, "Okay, Kyrie, it's your turn."
Luka does not mind sharing the ball.
Does not.
He wants to win.
Now the knock on him was that he didn't like sharing the ball.
No, see, but okay. You remember that Kobeism? I told you we local, so if you hear any ambient noises in the background, we local.
Great sound bites. Great.
Kobe, he said something that was so. It was eye opening at the time that he said it. He said, I think somebody was telling a story about him not passing the ball to them, and or actually, I think it was Iman Shumpert talking about Melo.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
He was talking about Carmelo Anthony, and it wasn't Kobe. My bad. But he said, Iman Shumpert said this. He said he was open during the game, and he thought he deserved the ball so he could take the shot. And he got mad and went in the locker room going off. And then Carmelo came in the locker room and said, "Hey, I practiced this. I practiced taking shots. People double teaming me. This is what I do. I get buckets." And so when he said that, I was like, okay, Kyrie practices this stuff.
Getting buckets, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Those different, I've seen him do it. Those different angles off the backboard.
Right.
Right? The way he dribbles the basketball, stressing each finger with the ball. And so you're going to be dealing with somebody that is not only locked in, he's at peace with himself.
Right. Right.
That's a scary thing. So there's nothing Boston can say or do short of throwing a bottle at him from the floor.
And they might just do that. Boston fans are crazy.
Yeah, they crazy. And so they actually might have to get physical. But if you get physical like that, they'll clear the arena. Right. So you dealing with somebody right now, them two dudes, man.
And Kyrie, he harbors resentment against Boston. Because he didn't. They booed him for not signing his extension in 2019. But now he's more mature.
He's more mature. Whatever he was going through, it has passed him. And so he's at a place now where he's just like, let's go. I'm ready to go to Boston.
Right.
I can set foot in Boston. And I'm ready to go in Boston. I got a teammate that can get some buckets. So if you guard me one-on-one, somebody about to get embarrassed. He didn't say nothing to Anthony Edwards.
No, he didn't. He just showed it on the floor.
But he let Anthony Edwards know.
Yep, I'm that dude.
I'm that dude.
You might be getting there, but I'm already there. And Ant-Man, I don't know. Man, I don't know if Ant didn't have no support.
Not only that, I think that is the same thing Michael Jordan went through the first few years against Detroit.
I was thinking about that.
Right? So remember those first few years, he could never get past Detroit.
Yep.
So what did he do? Because Detroit was knocking him around. And so he went and got stronger.
Right.
He went and got in the weight room. He took it personal. He worked on his body. He came back, and he ended up beating Boston. When he got past Boston, that sealed the deal, right?
That was a wrap.
But
I think Ant-Man's got to go through that.
He's got to go through that. Whatever that process is for him, he's got to go through it.
Because he's only 21.
Yeah, he's a young dude.
And he got time.
He came out when he's 21. Michael Jordan didn't come out till he was about 23, third year in college. That dude came out after his first year, and he's been in the league, 3 years already? 3 or 4 years. Yep. So, he has time. The only thing I hope doesn't happen to him is he doesn't get injured.
Right.
In a serious way, and miss a plethora of games. But if he remains healthy, works on his body, gets stronger, keeps getting stronger, that dude is going to be the face of the NBA.
Now, question, speaking of the face of the NBA, and this could be a conspiracy part of me thinking, do you think there's a conspiracy for the face of the NBA? Or do you think the NBA like crowns one person, said this is the person we want to put on the pedestal?
I think there are factors at play that contribute to the person being the face of the NBA.
Okay.
Right. Like, so it's LeBron right now, right? It was so when Michael Jordan, when he came along, he was an anomaly. What I mean by that is when he went to the Bulls, they had dudes smoking cigarettes.
Right.
They doing, NBA really wasn't that big.
Right.
Okay. So here comes Michael Jordan with this work ethic, with this confidence, with the ability to jump through the roof, to get up so high and then have body control. Hands were big. He was able to palm the ball. All that he was able to do. And so that capitalization on that marketing for him translated for him to be the face of the NBA because he was so good. Before that, it was Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, and they actually saved the NBA. NBA was on its way out, and so when Magic Johnson and Larry Bird came, those two dudes together, that rivalry between Boston and Los Angeles saved the NBA. And here comes Michael Jordan. So I think what has to happen, there has to be a incredible amount of talent, which Anthony Edwards has. But he might have to go to a bigger market.
He might have to, yeah.
And Minnesota is a small to mid-level market.
And see, that's what I meant by the conspiracy theory. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy. All sports, there's got to be some kind of conspiracy theory. But I think that they were trying to get the small market teams on the map.
Right.
So you got the Anthony Edwards, you got the Ja Morants, all these small market teams. The Tyrese Halliburton from Indiana.
Right.
You got all these small market teams. They trying to put them on the face. They trying to get these star players out there, so they put them out to Toronto. Same thing.
Right.
That's how Toronto got on the map. Remember, they won that championship, put them on the map.
Right. Winning will put you on the map.
It'll put you on the map.
But if you're just a mediocre team,
right,
you're not. Even if you got a star or two, it's not going to get you that prime time coverage. So let's say hypothetically, Anthony Edwards went to a Boston or Los Angeles.
Right.
Lakers, or Golden State, or one of the large market teams. They would be on TV almost every day.
Yep.
Because they want to feature that guy. So when you say conspiracy, I think there's a move towards the face of the NBA being in a market that can afford to advertise and put him out there like that.
Okay.
And so,
okay. Because at one time, Brian Windhurst had said that he heard from NBA execs that they wanted to make Ja Morant the face.
See, but Ja Morant crazy.
Right. But before he was crazy, they said the commissioner was handing him the keys and saying, you that guy.
And the reason, and now here's the reason for Ja Morant. He's young and he's small. And so whenever you have somebody he was like Allen Iverson.
Right.
That he was dunking on big people. Right. And so before he ran into that off the court trouble, that dude was doing things and people was like, oh man.
Right.
And he came from the bottom up. Didn't nobody know about him coming out of college. He didn't come out of no large college.
Nope.
But when he came out, he had so much confidence and he was able to do some things that people haven't seen in a while. To reminisce, a la Allen Iverson. That dude, man, with the ball was electric.
Yeah,
and can jump through the gym. So, but his off-court antics cost him millions, billions.
Man.
Somebody should have grabbed, fool, what you doing? Man, that's the time when you say to yourself, man, I wish I was related to Ja, man. I would have flew right there. Man. You ain't got to give me nothing, but I'm going to slap the brakes off you.
Right.
Because you tripping, dog.
Right. And the thing about it was his father.
His father's encouraging that mess.
Encouraging it.
Man, let me tell you, hey, you and your daddy would have got it.
Man.
Yeah.
Players listen.
And you didn't cost
athletes listen. If you can see any reference, look at Ja Morant.
That dude, man. And see, and to me, this goes back. We talked about it last week. This goes back to why young black players need their education, because you learn how to network and navigate the system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not just about going to get your education and getting your degree. You learn how to be an adult.
Right.
Ja Morant wasn't ready for that.
He still ain't ready for it.
That's what I'm saying. You learn how to be. You learn how to say to yourself, that don't make sense. That's stupid for me to be doing. This is costing me money. And you got to have somebody in your corner, not only thinking for yourself, but have somebody in your corner say, hey, man, sit your butt down. What you doing, fool?
Right.
Yeah.
Ray on Sports coming to you live. Johnny Ray, your host here. Sponsored by nobody right now. But
nobody.
If any sponsors out there want to sponsor me, I'll be glad to take it.
Yeah, we don't do nothing but tell the truth around here.
Truth. Thank you for my listeners. Thank you for my downloads.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We doing this thing up in here.
Yes, sir.
Now, we still talking finals. We got a little side, we always get a little sidetracked. Oh, that's fine. Whatever. It's my show. I can do what I want to do.
That's right. That's right.
But the NBA finals, give me your picks and why.
I think it'll go 6 or 7.
Okay.
I think Boston right now has a slight edge over Dallas.
Okay.
Because I think they've been there to the finals. I think not to say Dallas is not hungry, but Boston is starving. They're hungry, super hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And so as long as Tatum and Brown show up every game,
right.
And Drew, I think the key is going to be Drew Holiday playing defense on either Luka or Kyrie. That's going to be important in trying to limit those brothers. If they get 20, that's not so bad. Is when they start getting 30 and 40.
You talking Luka?
Both of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If they both averaging 30 or 40 a game, that's going to be a problem. Because if both of them average, let's say 35, that's 70 points a game. That's and you only need about 7 points from the other 5 players. Right. So if they averaging 35 each, right, that's 70 points. You only need 30 to get to 100. There you go. So so if that's only 30 and you got 5 dudes out of 30, then they only need to score about 6 to 8 points per game.
Right.
And there you got 100 points.
There you go.
Right. Mm-hmm. Now, anything over that, them dudes, if they hitting 35, but let's say Kyrie go off for 40 and Luka go off for 47.
Oh, that's 87 points.
That's a game. You done.
You done.
So
and Luka showed it in the last series.
Man,
with the first quarter, he had 20. He came out there. Look, I'm sending y'all home. Well, I'm seeing Luka telling them y'all already home.
It's a wrap. Go home. Get on the plane now. After the first quarter, I'm killing y'all. Rev the plane up. Let's go. Get it on the tarmac. Get it on the runway. Y'all get ready to go home now.
Y'all going home.
Throw the towel in.
Call your flight attendants. Call your booking agents because y'all going home.
And they went to Minnesota and did that, right? Yeah. So they said Minnesota's gym is our gym.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all. In fact, y'all ain't even got to take no plane. Just get in your car and go on home for the night.
Go ahead.
Enjoy your evening.
So my impression, I want to say Boston in 6, but my thing is with Boston is they take games off.
See, you can't afford to do that. You cannot afford to do that.
Because against the Pacers,
that's detrimental.
Pacers, they almost lost that series. It was like 3 or 4 games that was right there that Pacers could have had.
Right.
And then I think if Halliburton would have got hurt, I think they would have went 7. I think Pacers probably would have squeezed it out.
Right.
So you can't do that against Dallas.
Right.
Now, Dallas took out the top 4 teams in the West. Let me say that again. Dallas took out the top 4 teams in the West.
4.
Top 4.
Ran through them.
OKC, Clippers, Timberwolves. Pick them all out.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think, Boston? What is y'all going to do?
Well, here's the thing. Dallas don't have a whole bunch of NBA Finals history. Boston does.
Yeah.
So, the expectation in Boston is like L.A.
Championship or bust.
Yeah.
And the question was for Bird, for Parrish, for Kevin Garnett, for Paul Pierce. When they got to Boston, it was the same thing, championship or bust. Yeah, you're a great player, but where's your chip at?
Right.
So for
Right.
Tatum and Brown, that's what they're gonna say.
Right.
Where's your chip?
Right.
You a good player. They ain't gonna call you a great player till you win a chip,
You got to win one.
especially in Boston.
That's why Charles Barkley is the way he is.
That's what he is. The way he is.
Charles Barkley ain't got no championship.
got no
That's why
championship.
everybody be clowning.
Right. He ain't got no rings to
He
show.
ain't got no rings.
And if you think about it, people say, "Oh, today's NBA, all these super teams." Charles did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You remember what he did?
Charles was a dog.
He went from Philly to Phoenix,
Mm-hmm.
tried to win in Phoenix, ran into Michael Jordan, couldn't do nothing about it.
See, it was bad timing for him.
That was bad timing. But then he said, "Oh, look down in Houston, Akeem and Drexler down there winning championships. Let me run down there and grab me one."
See, now let me tell you, Houston only won those 2 championships because Michael Jordan took those 2 years off.
Right. Exactly.
That was the only time Houston won.
Right. Exactly.
Michael Jordan, because they had won 6-3 before.
Mm-hmm.
Took 2 years off, played some baseball, and during those
back.
2 years, Houston won those 2 championships.
Yep.
He came back, won 3 more.
Barkley had bad timing.
Bad timing.
He was like, "I'm gonna go down there," and to me, I see the other side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Drexler, Elijah, one looking at Barkley like, "Man, we got 2. We ain't got nothing else to prove.
Right.
We first time Hall of Famers right now.
Man, come on.
We got 2. We
Come
good.
on. Come on.
You coming down here to try to win one? You better. I don't know what you're gonna do, but we got ours. And that's the thing. If you're Kevin Garnett,
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Durant. I'm sorry, Kevin Durant.
Right.
You go to Golden State,
Mm-hmm.
you win one, and then you feel like I'm bigger than Golden State.
First of all, Kevin Durant, if you listening, your butt should have never left Golden State.
Nope.
Put your emotions away. Get over Draymond.
Man.
And stay in Golden State. You probably would have had about 4 championships.
They'd have been still going.
They'd been still going.
They'd have been still
that was a
rolling.
formidable team,
Man.
right? Because
Man.
Kevin Durant is a baller, but he's not a leader,
Right. Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
And so he's not the alpha dog, but he's an alpha male.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not that alpha dog.
Right.
The alpha dog on Golden State's team was Steph Curry.
Yeah, that was his team. Yeah.
That was his team. Still is his team. Right.
And when Kevin came in, he probably told him, "Hey, man, it's my team.
Right.
You get in where you fit in."
See, Kevin should have stayed right there.
He should have.
And Draymond, okay, I'll put it like this. Steph is the man.
Mm-hmm.
Draymond was the muscle.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Klay Thompson was Robin.
Right. And knew it.
Right. And he knew it.
He knew it.
So everybody played their role.
Right.
Right. And if Kevin Durant was stayed there, you got Batman, Steph Curry, you got Robin, you got and I'm a crossover from DC to Marvel. You got the Hulk with Draymond, right?
Right.
And then Kevin Durant would have been something like, Thor.
Yeah. He would have been a Thor.
Or Iron Man.
Or no, Kevin Durant would have been
He would have been a Thor.
Hawkeye. No, he would have been a Hawkeye.
He could have been a Hawkeye, but he would have
Hawkeye.
been a Thor Thor was strong but wasn't no leader.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got Kevin Durant who is strong.
Right.
He's a baller, can shoot,
Mm-hmm.
put the ball in the basket, but he's not the leader.
Right.
So he should have stayed there.
Right.
Somebody should have said, "Man, get your head out them clouds, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Put your emotions on the back seat and go out there and get you some more championships."
Right.
Because from there he went to where? Brooklyn.
He went to Brooklyn.
Then he went over to Phoenix.
And he's in Phoenix right now.
And he mad
Hating life.
and about to leave again.
Yep. Hating life.
So, and now he's on the verge of on being on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because and the only reason I say when I say on the way out, it means he's getting older. His window has essentially closed or it is closing rapidly.
Right. Because he coming to Phoenix
Mm-hmm.
to Devin Booker's team. And what makes you think it's gonna work if it didn't work with Kyrie?
And Devin Booker's a young dog.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Put the ball in the basket.
Right. Right.
So, but Phoenix messed up when they gave away DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
Yeah.
I would have never let that dude go to Portland.
Mm-mm.
They shouldn't have never done that.
They didn't get nothing back for it, did they?
No, that was stupid. Again, Phoenix, if you need some GM help,
Give us a call.
Give
We know
Ray
how
and
to
Big
build.
Mike a call. We
know how-
will help you.
We know how to build a roster.
Come on.
We build a roster like the Avengers.
Yes.
You got the Muscle, the Hulk.
Mm.
You got Thor.
Under the
You got
salary
Hawkeye.
cap too. Look at that.
Man.
We gonna save you some money.
And we give you an Iron Man, the brains.
Come
the whole
on.
thing. You
Come
run the
on.
whole thing.
Come on.
Now.
We gonna give you the whole squad.
This is Ray on Sports.
Yes, sir.
In the building with Big Mike.
Big Mike.
And we love that you guys call it. God, I wish you guys can call in, but if you can't, I know you can't call in, but you can hit me up on my Gmail at rayonsports0905@gmail.com. If
That's
you have
right.
any questions, comments, concerns,
That's right.
anything I talk about.
That's right.
You want to come in and talk about it? Let's talk about it.
We gonna get to that point where you can call in.
Oh yeah, we getting there. We getting there.
We
getting
gonna
there.
get there. And when you call in, don't cuss us out.
Don't cuss us out. But I thank you guys for the ride. Thank you guys for sitting in for the ride. This is Ray on Sports. We love that you come in and listen. I love that you guys are listening to my podcast. Don't forget also to listen to my man Big Mike's podcast. You
Yes,
got
sir.
2 of them out there. Big Mike, you want to give your shout out for your podcast?
Man, come on. I got almost therapy for black people. Now, again, black people need therapy because we don't get therapy. Everybody else goes to a therapist, but we don't, historically. And so, yeah, black people need therapy because we got some issues as well as anybody else. And then I got Midlife Crisis with Midlife Mike, where we just talk about everyday stuff for middle-aged people. Ooh, Lord have mercy, I'm middle-aged. So we just, I said that it put a chill in my body. I can feel that going down my spine.
And see, and people, black people, listen to me right now. Listen to me when I'm saying this right now. 2 black men can work together.
Yes, sir.
2 men can work
Yes, sir.
together
Without
without
arguments.
Man,
Right.
2 saved black men
Yes.
can work together without arguing.
Yes.
Me and my man Big Mike work together. We've been working together for years. Years and years and years.
Yes.
And I love having him on here because he's I don't know who's Batman and who's Robin, but I ain't going to say.
I'll say it right here. on your show, I'm the Robin.
Okay. I'm Batman.
I just got a big mouth.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm Batman. Do I sound like
That's right.
I'm Batman.
There you go. I'm just Big Mouth Robin.
Big Mouth Robin. We gonna get to that. I can see it. See, God reveals things to you.
Oh man, you starting to get spiritual. brother.
God reveals things to you. I can see this podcast taking off.
Come on, man.
I can see I'm having sports.
Come on.
Any sports athlete that's out there, whether you play sports, you don't play sports, you used to play sports,
Man.
give me a holler. Hit me up.
Holla.
Hit me up.
Come
I would
on.
love to have you on the show. I would love to get your opinion on you.
Yes. Rakia, we gonna get you out
We
here.
gonna get you there.
Yeah, because we want to hear you talk about your Cowboys.
Man.
Oh my goodness.
So that's it for this episode of Ray on Sports. Thank you guys for listening. Remember, subscribe to the podcast. I'm on Apple Podcasts. I'm on Spotify. I'm on all the big podcast networks. I'm on Amazon. I think I'm on Amazon Music. I'm on YouTube. Anywhere you find your podcast, just type in Ray on Sports and you'll find me there. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you for taking this ride with me. Thank you, and God bless.